Hello, 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 beautiful people. It is Monday today, I think. I think it's Monday. As you can tell, I'm at my regular spot of recording today. It's a bit chilly today, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of chilly, there's sun in the air obviously, but the wind is not mightily fearless? No, ferocious. I think that's the word. I don't know. But it's still cold, so that's why I'm wearing like my jacket, and I have big headphones on today, which is kind of different if you get me, if you know me. Ow, that's well. But yeah, this mask, man. Hold on. This is where I struggle with my mask for like 3 minutes. Ow, my hair. I pulled my beard hurt. Ouch. Anyway. Just a little update on what I've done this week. I've literally done nothing. No, actually, no, scratch that. I didn't do nothing. I did another podcast with my brother from another mother, Nadal. We basically did on tackling what we think our views on disability viewing with society. And I don't know how long we went on for, but it was quite a while, and it was very refreshing to have someone else like ask me questions and give similar input, and obviously we've both got disabilities, so it was kind of nice to have similar interest into the point of what society really thinks of people with disabilities or how they integrate us into it. It was really nice. So when that comes out, obviously I'll link it in maybe the next video that I do or something. I need to text him and ask him when it's coming out fully, because I'm quite excited for that to come out and see the response to what we get. But yeah, talking about brother from another mother, this whole video basically is about family. Family for me is a bit of a touchy subject, always a bit of a touchy subject, because I have family members that I don't speak to. Not going to go into like certain detail on that, obviously, like it just happens sometimes. But I've grown up ever since the age of I don't know, whatever. I've grown up with people that I call auntie this, auntie that, uncle this, uncle that. And obviously you get to a stage where you understand that they're not really your auntie, but it's a stigma that kind of sticks. Like my mum, everyone calls her Auntie Nick. Like there's people that were kids that are now, hold on, fixing the mask again. Yeah, who were kids and now in their late 20s, obviously, who are now like, oh yeah, Auntie Nick. And that's the stigma that sticks, obviously. And as I say, growing up, I think I mentioned this before, I didn't have many friends, you know, like especially in primary school. I had one friend, maybe. It was kind of difficult to make friends when you're always in and out of hospital. But when I hit like secondary school, obviously, like first year, I made a bunch of new people, and you can say you can have a group of friends, but from year 7 up until when I left in 2014, it's the people that stick with you, and they have the moments with you that stick forever. Obviously, like I have my fam, I got my mom, my dad, my nan who passed obviously this year. Love her to bits. She's always with me. My aunt, my uncle, and obviously Nave. They're my family. But you can have what I call extended family. It's people that you adopt into your family, because family isn't always blood. It's the people that make it. And at the end of the day, like from year 7 up until 11, 12. I'd say year 12. It's called, I think that's what the years are called. This mask is pissing me off today, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, yeah, from year 7 to year 12. As I say, I had a bunch of people that were acquaintances or friendly people, but they were never really like by your side all the time, brother to brother, like if you need me, I'm that sort of thing. But we had, and I still do. I've got a group of mates, a group of brothers. Me, Nadal, Josh, obviously, if I still count him as a brother. We don't talk obviously that much anymore because of the thing that happened. Adil and Alan, you know, they're my boys, they're my brothers. If I was to say tomorrow, look, I need to talk to one of yous, in a heartbeat, one of them would ring me. You know, we'd talk it out, we'd talk about what's wrong with me or what we can do to help. And I do the same for them. And that has always been our thing. So like, we kind of had a thing of where Josh and I were friends from year 7 onwards. Then Ahmet came into it. And then Ahmet and Alan sort of came into it. And then I connected with both. Hold on. Yeah, I connected with both Nadal and Adil quite at a late stage, but it's kind of funny now because Nadal's kind of like my right hand sort of thing. Josh is still like my brother, but he kind of does his own thing obviously with family, and I get that, no doubt. But and then obviously Adil, we had like, I think it was like 2 years ago, maybe it might have even been a year ago. We had a special moment where we had like, I was visiting him every day, obviously, seeing him, and I don't get to see him as much anymore, obviously, because of COVID. And even though he only lives 5 minutes around the corner to me, but COVID obviously keeps us at bay, and also he does work from home because he's very knowledgeable and wants to do stuff. So all power to him. But I love them all. They're all my brothers. You know, it's not easy to find people who are funny, who are serious at times, who are there for you when you need them. It's difficult to find a group of people that are going to be there for you no matter what. And obviously that's obviously like, they're them. That's my group of boys. And then obviously, as I say, I left school to go to college. And then while I was in college, I could say I had 3 friends. And this is truthful. I had Jess, I had Nancy, who was, you know, she was mainly Jess's friend, but, you know, we were still friends. And I had Jasmine. Again, all the other people that were in my, like, I had a group of 30 kids, and out of them, 2 of them from my class, 1 from the other class, took a notice in me, and really gave a shit about me to actually go, alright, let's talk. And we did, and obviously me and Jess to this day, she's like the epitome of my best friend. Like, my boys are my boys, but she's my best friend. You know, we are literally the same person, just opposite genders. And she's funny, she's serious, she knows how to push my buttons, I know how to push hers. But she's the one that got me introduced into so many things, and she'll get me to try stuff, and I'm just like, okay, yeah. Oh. Anybody else, I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. She'll go, I'll try this from you. I'm like, okay. And this is how you know I trust her, obviously, because, as I say, many people know I can't feed myself. That's the biggest thing that I can't do. Earlier it's mad to me to think, but this year alone, I went to her house before COVID was a thing, like a massive thing for her daughter's 4th birthday, and while we were there, some of our other friends turned up with their kids, obviously, and I did the playful thing. I played with Luna, I played with the other kids. And then when it came to like food time, obviously, like eating cake and everything, she fed me, and I'm like, the people were looking at me like, what the hell, can't you feed yourself? And then obviously I had to do the explanation of like, oh, my hands don't really work that well. And Jess got she didn't really get defensive, but she has a certain tone that says, you better not say something, sort of thing. Which I love, because there's not many people I allow to feed me, in a sense, because it's a thing of trust, obviously. Like, I feel quite uncomfortable having just a random person feed me. I feel uncomfortable having some of my family feed me, in a sense. But for her, she could pick up, like, we could be sitting somewhere and she could pick up whatever I'm eating and go, right, here you go, feed, and start feeding me it. I don't care. It's like, that's the level I have of trust I have for her. And it's crazy to kind of think that we've only known each other 18, 19, 20, 21. Bloody hell, we've known each other 6 years. That's kind of mad. That is kind of mad. I didn't think about it that much. We've known each other for 6 years. But yeah, she's been there for me on times that I've needed her, and I've been there for her when she's needed me. You know? She's my number one. Always will, and always has been. But as I say, there is always, you can't have like just like one person who's your number one. Well, you can, but you can't. Jess has always been there for me, but recent times, obviously, I've got a friend called Tanya. She knows. She and I have had a bit of a rocky, like, relationship, in a sense. She dated my brother. We kind of fell out of contact, and then we reconnected. But you know what? Tanya's one of them people that I could talk to for hours, and I mean hours. Like, the other night we spoke for 4 hours and 52 fucking minutes. But it doesn't matter the fact that she dated my brother, you know? She's not the ex of my brother anymore. She's my friend. And she's like literally one of my best friends. Like, we have so much in common, her and I. We can talk about Disney. We could talk about what's going on in the world with COVID. We could talk about what we're gonna do for next year. We could talk about anything and everything. And I tell you what, there's never been a conversation I've had with Tanya that's lasted underneath 45 minutes while on the phone. And that's just because when we start talking, we talk about anything. And sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm like, alright, what are we going to talk about next? And then she'll bring up a subject. And she's so random in that fact that the subject she talks about is, in a way, it doesn't make sense for what we just talked about. But to me, it was like, oh, okay, we've just talked about this, and this is fine, we can talk about this. And like she'll have like random spurts of like energy where we'll be on the phone and she'll start singing Shrek, or she'll start singing Mamma Mia, or she'll start singing Bohemian Rhapsody. She loves Queen. Not gonna lie, she does love Queen. She loves ABBA. But it's one of those things where it's nice to have a friend like that, because I know, like, before I always saw her as my brother's ex, but now I don't see her as that. That's out the window, that's whatever. She is my friend. You know, she's one of my best friends. She's funny, she's eccentric, and she is just damn crazy. I'm sorry, Tanya, if you see this, but you're crazy. I love you, but you're crazy. But yeah, the basis of this video is I want people to understand is that family doesn't always have, as I said before, family doesn't always have to be blood. It can be the people who you make it with. And I've been fortunate enough to have these people in my life. Josh, Nadal, Alan, Adil, even Ahmet, because obviously I still love him. I've known them boys for 13 years. They sometimes say that you drift apart when you leave school and everything. We all made a pact that we weren't going to drift apart from each other. We were always going to stay in touch. And I know it's only 13 years so far, but that's 13 years of my life that I never thought I'd have with a group of friends, because growing up, I never had that. I always had, as I say, acquaintances and people who dip in and dip out of my life. I never had that certain people that were there for me all the time. These people who would, like, if I'm sitting there feeling shit or something and I need to pick me up, they were there. These are the people that will go, right, let's try and do something, let's meet up. And we've met up places and we've done things, we've been independent, you know. I've had that with them, and they're my boys. They always will be my boys. And then obviously I've got Jess. I've been to her house multiple times. I've gone to her house. I went to her house for her 18th birthday. I knew her September, October. I knew her for 3 months. And I went to this girl's 18th birthday. Your 18th is meant to be special. Yeah, it was special, alright? It was special because we dressed up. We did a fucking dress up. It was funny. It was fun as well though, because again, she introduced me to more people. Again, they didn't really turn out to be nothing more than acquaintances, but they were still lovely to me and everything. But it was also the night that Jess and I really connected, because she found out I was bisexual. She goes, I told her in the night, I'm like, you know I'm bi, right? And she goes, oh my god, that makes so much sense. And that was the thing, I was there that night. I knew her for like less than 3 months. I was taking pictures of her and her family, her and her friends, you know? Those are the memories that I have of this, and now we're 6 years down the fucking line. It's crazy to me. And obviously all the memories that I've got with Tanya, like, we came to near enough this exact spot not even that long ago. We was doing Pokemon hunting. We've been, we went to the O2 recently. Tried to do the cable cars, didn't get to do that unfortunately. We got drunk together, me and Tanya. Well, I got drunk, she didn't get drunk. These are the memories I have. And the thing is, then those sort of moments is where they silicon in my brain that they're my family, you know. They're not just friends, they're your family. You know, I have my family close to me. We do memories with them, but these are the people who have been there for me, and they've made themselves my family. So yeah, I thought I'd do this all in one, because the last couple of ones have been like things about my life, obviously, and I think it was just time to get like a more broad thing in, like, this is my family. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I really need some ideas to think about. I'm going to ask some other people for some podcast ideas, because I really do need some. I'm running low on ideas, but if you like these type of videos still, please let me know. Like the video if you like it, please subscribe, share the video around, tell people what I'm doing, and yeah, if this is your type of thing, hi. Until next week's video, I will see you next week. Woo!